I am here with Lisa Cornwell, the new nurse at USD 350. Hi.
Hi.
So far, how's it going here at St. John's School?
Oh, real good. Yeah, I'm enjoying being at St. John.
So before St. John's School nursing here, what did you do before this?
I've been school nurse at Stafford for 15 years. I worked at St. John Hospital, District Hospital for 8 years. I've written grants for the community and raised 4 kids.
There you go. So you're part-time here?
I am part-time.
So do you go over to Stafford still?
No, I just work part-time, and then I have grandchildren time in the afternoon.
Yes. So we had some cameraman questions we were talking about earlier. We want to know what school you attended to become a nurse.
Oh, Heston College.
Heston
I
College.
went to Heston College. I got my LPN at Barton, my RN at Heston. I got a bachelor's in human resource management at Friends, and a master's in technical teacher education at Pittsburgh State. So,
wow,
I've been around the state.
Yes. There you go.
And I'm from Lawrence and attended KU too.
Oh,
so
well,
I graduated from Lawrence High.
Good job. So, wow, you got a lot of stuff going on here. So, do you discuss anything with parents? Do you have like a special thing on the newsletter that the kids take home?
Just if there's, I do the immunizations, and then I like coordinated school health, and so I like to teach healthy habits. So I've written a couple of grants this year, and in the spring we're going to work with nutrition with 1st through 5th grade. Mr. Losi had written a grant last year for Body Venture to come, and that'll be here the end of the month. And so right now I'm working on getting volunteers to set up the Body Venture. The kids are going to go through the whole body system, and we'll have different volunteers reading about that.
Oh, yeah. So the Body Venture, is that basically like it's a big body or something?
It is.
In the gym?
It starts with a cafeteria, and then it goes into a tea.
Right, I have one last question. This is just for kids that are getting ready to graduate from high school. I've talked to some of the kids in my class and some of the kids that they're wanting to go into nursing or, stuff in the health. Do you have anything any helping advice for them?
I have lots of advice for health. I've taught health science for 3 years, and that's connecting kids with health careers. And that's a huge field right now. It's growing until 2016. And there are a lot of the medical assistant, if you don't want to go to 4 years of college, the, what's it called? The coding, medical coding, pharmacy tech, LPN, RN, physical therapy assistant, occupational therapy assistant. There's just lots and lots of health-related jobs out there that make good money that only require 2 years of technical training. And then there's always your MDs and those kind of things if you want to go the whole road. But anybody that's interested in health jobs are always welcome to stop by and visit with me.
All right. Well, we'll get that around. Well, we're glad to have you at this school. We hope that you have a good year here, and it's nice talking to you.
Thank you. Great talking to you too.
So today I'm here with rehabilitation nurse, Mrs. Diane Bertha. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So what was your first job and how old were you?
My first job was as a nurse's aide for Gaylord Hospital. I was 16 years old. I was a volunteer candy striper.
Oh, okay.
Before that.
And how did you get the job?
Actually, I had gotten that through, because I was a volunteer at Masonic Care, and that was a help for me to actually, get the job. But my mother also had worked at Gaylord too, and it was close to my house.
Oh, so there were no transportation issues?
No transportation issues, yes.
Okay. Was your first job what you expected?
Yeah, I would say it was. There was training on the job. It wasn't like a certified nurse's aide course as they have. You have to have that certification now. So it was just a straight nurse's aide and learned on the job. And it was definitely a step up from just a volunteer job because it was more hands-on.
What would you say is your most memorable experience?
I would say one of my most memorable experiences is probably working with the people who had sustained a spinal cord injury,
Okay.
probably the younger population, and just being able to be a friend with them, a support, and certainly ease any thoughts of grief that they
Okay.
would initially had been going through in that trauma.
You work with Rehab. Did you want to do that growing up?
No, not necessarily. For growing up or for college purposes, I really did not have becoming a nurse in my mind. I had initially taken an aptitude test, and I had a love of the outdoors, and it ended up coming up like I would be a good farmer. And I knew that it was not going to pay any bills down the road. So then I was interested, I became interested in business because I thought that would be a more prominent career path to follow.
What lessons did you learn from your first job?
Well, certainly acceptance of people as far as not being afraid, of injury or
Right.
indifference, because obviously if somebody does not present the way they would without being injured, it could be scary or uncomfortable for some, but it's just another person, just you and me, and we see beyond that.
Did your first job influence your future work career at all?
Well, it most definitely did. It came back around. I did not stay in business.
Right.
I ended up getting a nursing degree.
And if you could, would you do it over again?
Oh, most definitely. A lot of personal gratification in this type of work. I did not get that when I was more or less pushing, papers and taking phone calls behind the desk all day.
Right. And if you could describe it in one word, what would that be?
I would certainly say gratifying.
Do you have any success tips for the future generation?
I realize when I think back that the volunteering meant a lot. If they are younger and they have an opportunity to get a set of skills before they get in,
Right.
I think because I really did not have any fear when I walked in, try it. Try just if you could get in and get a job and you try it and you try to work as hard as you can at it. It may work out fine and it may not, but if it doesn't, it's no reflection on you, the person. It's just that type of work is not meant to be.
So once again, I have Mrs. Diane Bertha, rehabilitation nurse, and thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.